Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be my second edition of the 15 item work wardrobe, and this one is going to be very geared towards spring and summer. I live in Australia and we are currently heading towards summer, so I'm pretty excited to share this with you. So I'm going to run through the 15 items as per the previous video, which if you haven't watched it, I'm going to pop it up here so you can go and check it out. But I'm going to talk through all of them, and then after that I'm going to show you more than 20 different ways that you can pair these items together to create really chic but also really professional outfits for the office. So if you want to skip through to just see the outfits, then I'm going to pop the time code right here so that you can just jump ahead. Every single item that I feature in this video is going to be linked in the description box below. So if you're on the hunt for anything, you can find all of the details down there. Now before I jump into it, I do just want to quickly caveat with the fact that when I worked in corporate head offices here in Sydney, you could wear sleeveless tops. Now I'm pretty aware that not every single workplace has these same rules. Others are a little bit more stricter with the dress code, so where appropriate, maybe you need to wear a short sleeved or a cap sleeve version of any sleeveless tops that I feature. So with that being said, let's jump into it. And the first thing I wanted to talk about is a silk shell. Now this was really one of the biggest things that I had in my wardrobe that I wore every single day when I was in a corporate head office. The one I've got here is from Maybelline, and this is a striped silk shell. And what I like about this is the fact that it's not completely basic. It's got a little pattern to it, but I still think a stripe is a classic to wear for the office, and it goes with so much. I think you can also do a little bit of print mixing with this one if you so wished. This one here is a really nice thick silk, and it's got a different hand feel to washed silk. It does also launder really well. You can just throw this one in the washing machine. The second item that I've got here is this loose fitting tee. This is from Saba, and it's got a really nice little weave to it. It's a little bit more different to your usual tee. Personally, I think a nice dressed up tee like this is really great worn underneath a blazer. It pairs really, really well with some tailored trousers and a little pencil skirt. It, for me, is definitely an essential piece. I really don't know why I didn't rely on this sort of thing a lot more when I worked in corporate head office. I sort of felt like I needed to wear more special blouses, but honestly it really is those basics that I think are the foundation of any good wardrobe, which actually brings me on to the next item, which is another basic top, but this one is from Witchery, and it's more of a fitted top. It's got elbow length sleeves, which I like. It gives you a little bit more coverage, but this one's a little bit more fitted, so it does show off your figure a little bit more. This is just made out of a really nice cotton with a bit of elastane to it, so it's got a really good stretch. Item number 4 is this really beautiful silk tank from Jack & Jack, and what makes this really special is the drape detail at the hemline, and I think that this looks really beautiful worn loose with a pair of tailored trousers, or equally tucked in and you've got that little drape detail over the waistband. I just think that makes it very unique. The back is sort of more of a jersey material, so it makes it feel a little bit less formal, and I think you could really wear this as a double duty piece. So you could wear it on the weekend as well if you wanted with a pair of jeans. And really that's one of the things that I like to try and do with my wardrobe, particularly if you're buying workwear. Try and find things that you could dress down so that you can get maximum wear out of them. The next piece I wanted to talk about is a short sleeved silk blouse. This one's from Maybelline, and I really love the notch collar detail. I think it's just a little bit unique and something really special. I think that this looks really great tucked into skirts, and because it is short sleeve, you're going to get that easy breezy kind of feel, and again one you could wear on the weekend as well. I like the fact that it isn't too low cut. If you think that it's a little bit too revealing, you could definitely wear a little camisole or something like that underneath, but I think this is a really beautiful layering piece. Looks great underneath blazers, very professional but still very summer appropriate at the same time. One thing I tend to gravitate a lot towards when it warms up is cotton everything. I really like breathable fibers, and actually everything that I've got here I think is made from pretty breathable materials. You kind of need that when it's getting up to 40 degrees. So this next piece is a collarless cotton shirt. This one's from Maybelline. It's got a really, really boxy fit to it, and probably 3/4 length sleeves. They're not full length. They do come down to about here on my wrist. You'll see in the outfits, but I like the fact that this doesn't hug my body too much, so I could wear this when it's a really hot day and it's not going to stick to me, and because it does have this really nice little stripe detail to it, I think that makes it look a little bit more elevated. You could swap this out for a simple white option as well if you didn't want grey, but I kind of wanted something a little bit different because most of this work wardrobe is very monochromatic. The final top I wanted to share is another silk piece, and this is the silk blouse that I actually featured in the previous video. I wanted to do a little bit of crossover and show how you can create a bit of an evergreen wardrobe with pieces that you can wear all year round. And this is definitely one of those things. Obviously, because it is a silk, it's a little bit heavier. It's long sleeved, so might not seem the most appropriate during the warmer months, but what I like to do to make it more weather appropriate is roll up the sleeves. It does make it seem a little bit more relaxed, but you still look professional, you still look on point with something like this. Again, I did mention this before, this particular one that I have is slightly sheer, so maybe I'll find an alternative and drop it in the description box below of an option which is a slightly thicker or more opaque fabric, but I do like this one. You could just wear a little cami underneath it if that was an issue and you like the style, but I find a nude bra is fine, you can't see it, and you'll see this in the outfits as well. But just again, a really nice loose one. A simple shirt is such a wardrobe staple, particularly in a professional work wardrobe. The next piece is a blazer, and I went for the same blazer in my previous video. So this is my helmet length black blazer, and it's such a classic. There's a reason why I want to reach for this all the time, and there's a reason why I think this is so perfect for a work wardrobe. I did invest a little bit more, and if you saw my previous video on where I like to spend and where I like to save when it comes to investing in my wardrobe, you'll have seen that tailoring like blazers is definitely where I like to spend a little bit more of my money, and it really has done me justice, this particular purchase. I've had it for about 7 years now and it still looks fantastic. If you wanted to go for a lighter option with a little wardrobe like this, I would maybe recommend something like this Stella McCartney ivory blazer. I think this would look really great. It's a lighter colour, so it will feel a bit lighter and fresher because it is the warmer months, but I tend to wear a lot of black, so obviously you can wear whatever colours you like, but black just tends to be my preference. Next, let's run through skirts and trousers. I've got one skirt and two pairs of trousers, and the skirt that I decided to include is this really beautiful broderie anglais skirt from Boden. Now this is a midi skirt, and it has this beautiful little peplum hem detail with the scalloped edging, and this just really feels special. It feels different. It's a classic piece, but it's got a unique detail to it. It's got that little peplum hem, so it does come below the knee, which is perfect if you're working in a corporate environment, and it's fitted, but then it does have a bit of movement, a bit of flair to it. So I really love this, and it's definitely something I see myself wearing a lot for the season ahead, even in a more casual regard. The trousers, I wanted to incorporate one of my favorite trends of the moment, which is a plaid check. And these trousers are from Forecast. They're a high-waisted style. They're quite loose through the leg, which I think is really great. You want something like that when it is really hot, something that's not going to stick too much to you, but they still look really corporate, really professional. And I just think that this is a bit of a classic style. So I decided to incorporate another trend with the second pair of trousers, which is gingham, and I feel like this is a print that comes around every spring summer. I personally love it, and this micro gingham I think is really beautiful, a really subtle take on the design. These trousers are from Zara, and they are a linen, which is a perfect fabric for when it heats up. Now I know most people tend to avoid it because it can crease up a lot, but if you get a really nice washed linen, it shouldn't crease too much. It should just have that really beautiful lived-in look. What I like about this particular pair of trousers is the fact that they don't seem to crease at all. I have been very relaxed when I've worn these and haven't had any issues. I think the fact that they do have a busy print also helps, but they're just a really nice straight leg design, very breezy, very perfect for when it is hot. Then the final clothing piece as part of my 15 item work wardrobe is this really gorgeous ruffle dress from Isabel Marant. Now I've had this for probably about a year now, and I love the length of it. It comes to just below my knee, and it has this stunning ruffle detail down the center and also at the hem and on the sleeves. So this is a sleeveless style, so might not be suitable for some workplaces, but I never had that issue. It did come with a fabric belt, which has gone missing when I took it to the dry cleaners, but I'm just gonna belt it with a leather belt that I have myself. This looks really great worn underneath blazers, and I actually also think that you could layer it up and give it some sleeves, maybe with this little top here. Might make it a little bit different if you wanted something more relaxed. Then we'll quickly run through the accessories and then we'll be onto the outfits. So I went with the same bag that I wore in the previous video, which is my Kuyana structured leather tote bag. Now I like this because it is a really good size. I love the pebbled leather and I just think that it really comfortably goes with everything that I want to wear. I also think when it is kind of warmer, a nice tan leather bag is beautiful. My linear tote bag would probably be a really great option, but this one just hugs my body really nicely. I can fill it up. It's perfect for fitting everything and a really great option, I think, for a work wardrobe. Then for shoes, I got two pairs of shoes. So the first pair are these low-heeled pumps. These are from Maybelline and I love these. Now they are suede and I personally prefer suede. It's just my fabric of choice when it comes to shoes, and they're a really beautiful camel color, which I think is perfect for the spring summer season. A really nice nude would be a great alternative as well, but I like the low heel because they have the pointed toe. They're still going to elevate your outfit and look really smart, but the low heel makes them really easy to walk around in and a slightly more relaxed option for the office if you don't want to wear a 10cm heel. Then the second pair of shoes is again from my previous 15 item work wardrobe video, and these are these black suede pumps from Isabel Marant. They have this really gorgeous little bow detail on the vamp, which I think is lovely. Personally, that's what drew me to them, but just a plain black court shoe would be a great option in a leather, even if you don't like suede. Also, a nude leather option could be great too, especially as it is kind of the warmer season and it's a great opportunity to lighten up your work wardrobe. So those were the 15 items that I'm going to be featuring and styling up in the next section of this video. Before I jump into that, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and if you do love this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more workwear and just general styling videos from me, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Now let's get on to those outfits.